Now notice that Sanballat and Geshem said unto me. Now they saw that their opposition had not failed. It's the same old story. When you can't fight City Hall, you join it. And so they said, come, let us meet together in some one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But they thought to do me mischief. Now, the place where they were going to meet is interesting. It was the plain of Ono, O-N-O. And you know what Nehemiah said? He said, oh, no. He said, you want to meet in Ono? All right. Oh, no, I'm not coming. And they thought to do him mischief. And so the idea was, they said, now let's meet together and talk our differences over and see if we can't work this out. Now, their thought was that they were going to do him harm. They probably would attempt to slay him. So what did he do? Well, verse 3, I sent messengers unto them, saying, I'm doing a great work, so, no use going into detail with that crowd, so that I cannot come down. I don't need to tell you exactly what I'm doing, so I can't come down. I'm doing a good work. Why should the work cease whilst I leave it and come down to you? And I love this man, Nehemiah, and I think that you've discovered that this man has such wonderful characteristics. He'd been successful, and therefore Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem, they wanted to compromise. Now, he very frankly tells us he hadn't completed the wall. Now, the thing they wanted to do, they wanted him to come to neutral ground to harm Nehemiah. Now, there are those today that want the church to compromise. They feel that you are very bigoted, you are very dogmatic, and if you don't meet with these folk, very candidly, a long time ago, I quit meeting with folk like that. I used to meet with them. But today, I only meet with those that will meet with me around the person of Christ. And you know, it's been wonderful. And I've met with some unusual groups, by the way. I have held meetings now in, well, you'd just be amazed at some of the churches that we've been in today. And I'm in total disagreement with the organization and with some of the doctrine. But I find that some of these people are real believers. And I'll meet with anybody around the person of Christ. They'll meet like that. But I'm not prepared to meet with the enemy today at all. And I'll be very frank. I think William Jennings Bryan made a big mistake in meeting in Cleveland, Tennessee with Dara and debating this subject of evolution. Now, I think William Jennings Bryan walked all over Dara. I think that any honest person reading the debate has to come to the conclusion that William Jennings Bryan was on the winning side. But I think that the very fact he met with this man, that it was really a losing battle. And it's certainly been demonstrated since then that it was. And I don't think that you are going to be able to win an enemy by meeting with him like this. Now, that's my conviction on this. But I don't care what group he belongs to. As I said a moment ago, I've been in several churches that I'm sure that you'd be surprised that I'd go in. Well, I'll mention the group, Pentecostal. I've been now in several Pentecostal churches. Somebody says to me, why, Dr. McGee, you have been severe in your attack upon them. You've been very unlovely in the things you've said about them. That's right. But you know, I found out they believe in the person of Christ. They believe in his deity. They believe he died for their sin. Now, someday when we meet in the presence of Christ, and they're going to be there too, by the way, but they're going to agree with me in that day, and we're going to be in perfect agreement. Of course, they're going to have to be changed. And you know something? I'm going to have to be also. So I expect all of us will be making some changes relative to minor considerations. But we just can't meet with the enemy. That's the reason today I'm not joining organizations. I don't belong to any organization anymore. I'm an ordained minister, but I just don't meet with any organization at all. And as a result, I just go to all of them if they believe the Word of God. And if they believe in the deity of Christ, believe He died for our sins, I just meet with those people, and I don't care what label they got on. Doesn't make any difference to me. And some of them have got some funny labels on them. But they believe as I do about these things. I just have to meet with them. Now, let's move on here. The thing that Nehemiah said, he said, I'm doing a good work, and I don't have time to come down and waste my time with you. And God's people do not need to compromise today. This man takes an uncompromising attitude.